Hi guys, and welcome to book club number 5, I think. Say hi. Hi. What's going on? If this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. This series is a series where I show you the last 10 books that I've read and give you like a quick summary and review and if I would recommend it. In today's video, I'm only showing 9 books because I just really wanted to make this video before I read the 10th. If you are not subscribed, please do so. It would mean a lot to me. I recently got a bunch of gift cards for bookstores, so I am waiting for some books in the mail and I've got some already, so I'm super excited to just like read a ton this quarantine. So I also want to say there will be no spoilers in this video. As always, if you have read any of these or want to read any of these, please let me know what you thought, if you liked it, if you didn't like it. If you have any book recommendations, please give them to me in the comments and give them to others. I want this to be like our own little book club, so if you have anything to say at all, put it in the comments, and I encourage you guys to like respond to other people's comments as well, and we can just have like a big discussion. So we're gonna start off with one of my favorites out of these 9. This is I Found You by Lisa Jewell. I recently discovered this author because of my mom and I'm obsessed with her. I want to read everything by her. I'm in the process of doing that. So this is a book that kind of follows like, I think it's like 3 or 4 people's stories, and you don't really understand how they like meet up and are related until like later on in the book, and it's just a wild ride. It was one of those books that I read in like a day, but then I left the last 10 pages for like a week because I did not want to finish it. Does anyone else ever just like fall in love with like the scene and the settings and the characters and the mood and everything? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't want it to be over. You can't climb. Oh, no. Okay. Basically, it's about this lady finds this guy and he does not know who he is, his name, where he's from, anything, and basically like people are trying to find him. I don't know how to explain it without like telling you how it all meets up, so just take my word for it. It's like a crime mystery. The next book is called Putting Makeup on Dead People by Jen Violi. I don't know what drove me to pick up this book. I'm glad I did because it introduced me to something new. Basically, this is about a girl that becomes a like mortician, so she puts like the makeup and stuff on dead people and prepares them for like their funeral and their viewings and stuff. And I'm like really grossed out but intrigued by dead bodies, so like this was really actually interesting. I would recommend this book, but if you are creeped out by dead bodies, then like don't read. The next book is The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. This book is 10 out of 10. Totally would recommend it. I loved this. Basically it's about a woman that has agoraphobia, so she can't leave her house because of an incident that happened to her, and you like slowly throughout the book like learn what the incident was. Basically she watches a crime happen in her neighbor's house, and then she calls the police, and like people are like, it did not happen, like there's no evidence of this. Nobody believes her, and there's a massive plot twist hidden in it that I did not see coming. And yeah, it's really good, and my mom and my sister both read it too. So the next book is A Stranger in the House by Sherry Lapina. I'm not sure. So this is kind of your standard like mystery novel. This woman like loses her memory and it looks like she committed a crime, and her husband is all confused and stuff. So I read the reviews for this after I read the book, and lots of people didn't like it, but they said that the author's first book was way better. So I was like, I don't really like this book, but I'll get the other one. So the other one is The Couple Next Door by the same person. This one was a little bit better, but also like the ideas were great, but the writing just wasn't like, the execution wasn't the best. Like not like I could write any better, but I would recommend it if you are not too picky on the way that the writing is, because the story is good and I wasn't expecting the ending. This book is about this couple that have a baby, and they went to a dinner party next door and left the baby in their crib, and the girl comes back to check on the baby and the baby's gone, can't find it, and it's just like the search for the baby. And yeah, the ending was definitely unexpected, so like I will give it that. Just like the writing, like I don't know, it's like beginner. I don't know. I am interested in reading more of her books if she has any or is going to come out with more. The next book is also by Lisa Jewell, and I think it's probably one of my favorite books in the whole world now. It's called The Making of Us. My mom gave me this book to read after she read it, and I was excited, and then I realized it wasn't like a crime mystery, and I was like, maybe I'm gonna like skip this one. But I'm really glad I didn't. It's like it just is like a feel good. So basically there's these 3 siblings, and again it switches between different people's perspectives, and it's got these siblings that didn't know about each other and because they were from sperm donors, and they want to meet each other because they just found out about each other, and it's just like, I love it. It's another one where I didn't read the last couple of pages for a bit because I didn't want it to be over, because I'm obsessed with the characters, and it takes place in London, and I went to London like a month before I read this, and so it made it like so much better, and it makes me want to go back to London and even live in London. Would recommend this one. The next book is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This is the same person that wrote Gone Girl. I love this author. I think I've read all her books now, and I think this is also a show, but I haven't watched it. Anyway, so this book is about this woman that I guess escaped her like childhood town, but she then returns, and there's like some crimes going on in the city, and she's trying to like piece things together, and things don't feel quite right to her, and I kind of guessed the ending, which I'm really annoyed about because like it was a really good ending and I wish I didn't see it coming, but it's such a good read. I would definitely recommend this. The next book is way different than the other ones, and it's Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. Not sure. Not a crime like mystery, but I gave it a try, and it's one of my favorite books ever now, I think. And then I watched the movie, and the movie's a bit different than the book, but I loved it. Like, I don't know what it is about it that I loved. I'm not even gonna give like a synopsis because I'm sure you know, but if you've seen the movie but haven't read the book, read the book. The last book is also by Lisa Jewell. It's called Then She Was Gone. So this was, I think, my first book by Lisa Jewell that I read. My mom read it and then gave it to me to read it, and I read it on the plane home from England, and I read the whole thing on the plane. I am obsessed. It's about this woman whose daughter disappeared like years before, and she's just like obviously never gotten over it, but it really affected her. And then this woman meets this man, and then she starts to look more into her daughter's death, and it gets kind of fucked up, but it's like, it's really well written, and I just love Lisa Jewell so much. So those are all my books, but I'm gonna show you the next 3 that I'm gonna read. So I have An Anonymous Girl by, it's 2 authors. My mom gave this one to me. My mom just like reads a lot, and then she gives me them all when she's done. So this one, and then these 2 I ordered. So this one is The Wives by Taryn Fisher. Very excited to read this one. And then I thought it was time for me to read a Stephen King novel, so I started with The Outsider, and I also noticed that it says now an HBO series, so that's really exciting when you know that there's like a show or movie to go with the book you're gonna read. So if you really like the book, you can, I don't know if that's just me, I like to like read a book and then watch the movie like directly afterwards and see like, I don't know if I'm gonna like his style or anything. I'm sure I will, but I've never read one of his before. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much. I will link all of the other book club videos down below if you want to see other books that I've read and reviews and stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!